I leveled up and stuff, and I got a trophy, and that was really fun. And I was like, man, maybe I can do this. And I'd been trying like a lot of stuff, and it still hadn't been going very well. But anyway, I was new. I just didn't know. I got so frustrated that I kind of gave it up. And it's a true story. I was like, I am done with MLM. I am done with network marketing. I do not want to be a part of this anymore. I remember saying, if this is what I'm supposed to do to be successful, I don't want any part of it. All right. And I know that some of you right now, you watch and listen to me, and you're not part of one for the exact same reason. Fast forward a couple years. I ended up getting hired by the CEO of ClickFunnels and sat side by side with Russell Brunson and built his internet sales funnels. Right? I got a little nerd streak in me, proudly, and I was sitting down next to Russell Brunson, building out his funnels. No idea that anyways, someone reached out, and it was about an MLM. Well, my previous experience about MLM was not good. And I was like thinking back to the guy I called and all the friends I called and the people who would not ever call me back anymore. That might be why I don't like the phone now, right? I was like, oh man, like it was not a good experience. Anyway, so I'm sitting there next to Russell, and someone starts talking about MLM, and I scoffed. I flat out was like, huh, dumb business. What? Who wants part of that? I don't. You don't, right? Right? Wait, right? And what I had to not realize is that at the same time, Russell Brunson was at the top of 2 MLMs at the exact same time using funnels. Not in the moment when I was sitting there, but he had been in the past. This massive, heavy network marketer and MLMer. Heavy, right? And he came from that world. Like he was heavily involved in it. And multiple times he was like this massive downline person. I had no idea. And I'm sitting there and I'm making fun of it. And which was not a good feeling. And I remember he knew I had that attitude about it. So we'd be driving down the street, or he'd be like, hey man, I was driving down the street, and where I live, there's a massive MLM headquarters. I don't know, probably a couple of miles down the road. He's like, dude, and they have this huge, beautiful campus. And I remember he was sitting there, and he was looking at me, and he was kind of smiling. He's like, man, look, you know how huge that building is? That's amazing. We went there last night for kind of a fun festival they were having. Look how big that is. Think about what MLM built, right? And he was kind of like rubbing it in a little bit. And what I had to realize, I don't remember how it totally happened, but I realized there was this moment where I realized that the reason that he was okay with it was because he was playing the game differently than I had been taught. That was the only difference. I was bad-mouthing the overall vehicle of MLM. And he wasn't doing that. He was saying, no, fantastic vehicle, but what you were taught, terrible strategy, right? Awful strategy, not amazing. And I was sitting there and I started thinking like, dang, man, like if that's the case, if that's how this is played, like what if I tried this again? And I started building recruiting funnels. I was his funnel builder, pretty good at building funnels. And I decided to start putting up some recruiting funnels. And I started learning how to attract other people who are already interested in joining MLM. All I realized is that I didn't have a strong enough filter on who I was trying to get into my downline. That was the big secret. And I hope as you're sitting here, you've realized, oh my gosh, if I have any kind of negativity around network marketing or affiliate marketing, or MLM, if I have any kind of negativity around that, maybe it's the driver's fault, right? Just speaking a little truth here. Maybe it's how I've been driving. Maybe I'm in the wrong car, but I'm on the right highway. You know what I mean? And you got to start thinking like, oh, wait a second. There are millions of people out there who want to be an MLM, who don't ask dumb questions like, is this a pyramid scheme? Who don't require you to babysit them 24/7 in order to do anything. You know what I'm talking about. If you've recruited anyone ever, you know what I'm talking about, right? There are millions of people out there who are begging to find another cool opportunity because they made their last one work and now they're just looking for another downline they can start building out. Okay? This is super common. And what I did not understand is that who I'm going after is the big key.